This is going to be a video about a very uncomfortable truth that we are facing. I do not agree with cutting food stamps. I do not agree with starving a population. Children, men, women. A government is supposed to ensure that the quality of life is sustainable for its people, that it is above average at best. But here's the thing. For 2 years, over 2 years, the entire world has watched a genocide live streamed on their cell phones. A genocide enacted with bombs and a genocide enacted through starvation tactics. And I fear that many have grown complacent across the world. Americans, whether they want to believe it or not, are directly responsible for that genocide. If you are a tax-paying citizen and you did nothing, you are directly responsible for that genocide playing out in real time in this time period. But across the world, for whatever reason, the people did nothing. Many of us may have gone to marches, protests. Many of us may have written our elected officials. Many of us may have shared or created content on social media apps, but none of these things stopped the genocide. None of these things fed the people of Palestine. Israel is maniacally evil, and our government, by proxy of funding it for whatever reason, I don't know if we're being paid off, I don't know if we're being threatened, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We've done nothing to stop it. And our people, by not enacting the Second Amendment, which this is the type of thing that the Second Amendment was drafted for. When your government becomes so tyrannical that they cannot be reined back in, it is the responsibility of the citizens of America to ensure that they are adequately reined back in. But we've done nothing. We take pride in the fact that our protests have remained civil, while simultaneously seeing nothing being done. Our protests do nothing. The time we spend is in vain. So what's about to happen if the food stamps are genuinely cut is that the world is about to see a population that did nothing of real consequence, nothing of really, truly dramatically making us uncomfortable in order to save potentially 650,000 innocent Palestinians from being slaughtered or starved. 42 million Americans potentially losing food stamps and going hungry for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Who knows how long this will drag on? We have an entire population that has seen far worse than Americans starving for any amount of time. What do you think anyone is going to do about Americans starving? The American taxpayer, who is not in any position of power, who has nothing to offer anybody in return. Perhaps many will make TikTok videos or post them to Instagram or Facebook or not MySpace, Jesus, YouTube. Perhaps we'll see thousands of videos, support of the humans of one country to the humans of America. But those videos will not feed our children. They won't. Perhaps we'll see marches. Perhaps we'll see citizens across the globe petitioning their governments to do something, anything. Maybe, possibly. But when a people have done nothing to stop their own government from using their own money, from slaughtering and starving an entire population, why should anybody who's not directly responsible for our own government starving us out do anything about it? When a population who was directly responsible for an entire world having to be traumatized by watching a actual genocide play out on their phones for 2 years and sat idly by doing nothing, why should the world come to their rescue? Why? Like, that's a genuine question. Do I believe that we deserve to starve? No. I don't care what anybody has done. They do not deserve to be starved. Their children especially do not believe or deserve to be starved. I do not believe in any cell of my body that that is ever the answer. I want to make that very clear. This is just psychology. This is just logic. If we did not expend ourselves in such a way that we were left insanely uncomfortable, but on the right side of history of trying to save lives that our tax dollars were taking, why should anyone come to our rescue? Why? That is the uncomfortable truth that I want to pose. And again, I want to reiterate, I do not believe that any American should lose their food stamps on November 1st. That is cruel and unusual punishment. It is clearly a tactic for some sinister fucking plan that our government has. And I'm not looking forward to dealing with the consequences or fallout of that particular plan or tactic in a week's time. That's all I got.